with my introduction for live stream under the moonshine. Alright guys, hello everybody, welcome to tonight's episode of Livestream Under the Moonshine. This is episode number 174. Tonight guys, for the first time ever on my channel, we're going to be dealing with a visual novel of evidently a high sexual nature, adult content. So I do ask that if any of you guys here watching, whether this be live or whether you're watching a recording, if you're under the age of 17, make sure you get your parents or guardians' permission before continuing to watch this particular game. Now, this is a Steam game. I want to go ahead and thank the developer for handing me a copy of this game. And this game, we'll see how racy it gets, but I haven't seen a whole lot of extremely racy games, but we'll see what happens in this particular game called Theory of Fear. So let me go ahead and launch the game, guys. Again, if you are under the age of 17, please get mom and dad permission before continuing to watch any of the material that's coming up. Time for socks. Oh my god, Ryan. Jimatron Woo, adult content. Just let me get my teddy. We'll see how this goes, guys. You know, I like a lot of visual novels. We've done, or I've done visual novels that have gotten a little bit explicit, and a lot of the games and stuff like that we play nowadays are extremely violent. And, you know, parents don't seem to care if their kids play a game where you can rip somebody's heart out and eat their intestines and, you know, poke their eyeball out with a fork and eat it. No big deal. But the minute you show a woman's nipple on the cam, you know, on the screen, even if it's a cartoon, a lot of parents are going to freak out. So I take no responsibility if you're under the age of, 17, and you decide to watch this video anyway. I have it in the title that it's NC-17. So watch at your own risk if you're not yet 17. Yeah, and I don't know what's coming. I have no idea. I haven't played this game, guys, so I am waiting for the game to install right now, or it's already installed, but it's downloading more Microsoft Visual stuff. How's everybody doing tonight? We are still waiting, guys, for this game to install a bunch of stuff that I'm pretty sure I already have installed, but hey, what can I do? What can I do? don't have any choices here except to wait. While we are waiting for this to install, guys, why don't we go ahead and do this? Why don't we go ahead and take a look at the game that we're going to be playing on Steam? Let me go ahead and show you guys the trailer so you guys have an idea of what we're dealing with here and what this game's about. So let me go ahead and let me show you guys what we're talking about here. Actually, this isn't the same. This isn't even the same thing that I saw. Oh, here we go. This is it. Here we are, guys. Okay. So, I was muted. Sorry about that, guys. So, here we are, guys. NC-17. Make sure you guys have mom and dad's permission if you're under the age of 17. I can't believe this game's on Steam. I didn't think they sold games like this. But we're going to go ahead and find out what's going on here, guys. Can you guys hear me okay? I've turned the music way, way down. But I need to make sure you guys can hear my voice okay. But that never happens with Zax? Yeah. I do see my voice working, guys. Can you guys hear me okay over the music is what I want to know. Alright. Smoke was everywhere, and fire specks were dancing on the walls. I could see the door through the scorching flames, and I started to crawl towards the exit, ignoring the pain. I have to get out of here as soon as possible. My strength gave out quickly, and I was about to lose my consciousness. Everything began to swim before my eyes, and a moment later, a bright flash lighted my surroundings. I could feel somebody picking me up and carrying me somewhere, a voice whispering, "Izanami, it's not the time yet." I hopped from my bed and looked around. It was my room. The walls still seemed to be burning. It was the third night in a row I saw the same dream, every time I woke up from it in a cold sweat. I was returning to that horrible day again and again, the day I lost my parents. I was only 5 years old at that time. Ah, no. They burnt alive in front of my eyes, and now these terrible memories disturb my sleep. I couldn't fall asleep again for a while, but I was too tired, and finally my eyes closed. I won, I was saved, game over. Let's go to Dead by Daylight now. Alright. Chapter 1. Oh, there's Izanami. A few days passed. Okay, that's who we're taking control of, I guess? I decided to have a walk in the park after classes. This calm and quiet place had always attracted me. I sat down on a bench and closed my eyes, thinking about the nightmare that had deprived me of sleep for a few days already. Was I hallucinating, or did I really hear somebody's voice? My aunt said that I managed to escape myself, but I am sure that somebody else was there. Somebody who saved me. But who could it be? And why didn't anybody see him? Except for me. However, I myself can recall only a dark silhouette in the doorway. Thinking about this, I dozed off at some moment. Suddenly, I heard an unfamiliar voice. Oh, got voice acting now. Unknown, he basically saying, "Are you okay?" Half asleep, I felt a hand on my shoulder and realized this touch was real. Was it? Hey, stop! My eyes opened wide and I gaped in amazement. A stranger, a young guy, was looking close at me, his hand touching my shoulder. That was quite a surprise. I pushed him away and exclaimed, "What are you doing?" Oh. You gained consciousness. I'm glad that you're okay. Okay. I just fell asleep and I'm fine. Why are you touching me? Alright guys, let me save this. Clues. Let me go back to our menu here. Do we not have English? Probably not. Well, let's go ahead and turn the voice off then, I guess. I think that's off. Okay. Alright, here we are, guys. I just fell asleep and I'm fine. Why are you touching me? Sorry, I thought you might need help, so I tried to bring you back to your senses. You know, I don't see girls sleeping in public places every day. It's a bit extraordinary. Extraordinary, sorry. Isanami, well, it's the first time something like this has happened to me. I couldn't sleep well lately. Isanami, I thought she'd be called Lady Person. Oh my gosh. Oh, I see. I myself know what insomnia is. And I know a good remedy that could help you. Oh, I'm sure you do, guy. I'm sure you do. You pervert. Is he gonna try to get it on with me already? We're not even 15 minutes into the game yet. Not even 15 minutes into the game yet. Okay. If the music's too loud or too low, let me know, guys. Ryan says, let's be honest, most of the good adult content begins with, why are you touching me? You probably got a point there, Ryan. And he says there's a remedy that could help you. And she's like, of course. What remedy? AJ's like, he touched you already? Oh boy, we're getting in the action already. And he's like, Hideki. Hideki. I don't know. How do you say that name, guys? It seems like I've seen this name before. Hideki. I just call him Hideki. I will gladly tell you, but first, wouldn't you mind if we got acquainted? I am Hideki. And you? So we know it's going to be something pretty extreme because he wants to get acquainted and kind of get to know her first. If it was something like, you know, hey, you could do this by, you know, I don't know, doing 5 sit-ups or something like that, he would just say it. Ah, I was startled. First, he groped me. He groped you by touching your shoulder? How is touch... See, this is the problem with females. How is it, or maybe it's just a problem with this game in particular, I don't know. But I didn't see anything that said he did anything extraordinary, except it said he had his hand on her shoulder. Now she's saying his hand on her shoulder was he groped me? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get into this already, guys. This is pretty bizarre. Better file sexual harassment, AJ, I know, right? So first he gropes me, and now he wants to make acquaintances? Although, why should I be angry? It could really seem that I was in trouble, and he just wanted to give me a hand. He probably wants you to give him a hand, too. Yes, this is a visual novel. Brookie Bear, welcome. And so she says, my name is Isanami, but it's also unexpected. Okay, so if there's a dash before it, she's actually saying it out loud. If there's not a dash, she's saying it to herself. I had scarcely finished the phrase when my stomach growled. I felt ashamed, and I blushed. I wanted to continue, but my stomach growled again. I must have flushed red to my toes this time. The guy smiled at my confusion. Yep, so if there's a dash before it, that means he's actually saying something to her. Isanami, it seems you haven't eaten your lunch yet. Right, I've forgotten all about it. I guess you wouldn't mind going to a cafe with me? There is one cozy place nearby. And so she thinks to herself, Hideki's offer was so alluring, I just couldn't refuse. Wink, wink, wink. Alright, here we are in the cozy cafe nearby. And she's thinking to herself, quite soon we reach the cafe Hideki was talking about. We chose a table at the window and made an order. Oh, this is still her talking. It's confusing when it shows Hideki, and I'm thinking this is what he's thinking. But this is still what she's thinking to herself. Alright, so we chose a table at the window and made an order. Hideki started to talk. I am glad, Isanami. I stopped when I saw you sleeping there. Actually, come to think of it, somebody else could do that instead of me. a maniac or a freak, for instance. Haven't you thought about such a possibility? Oh boy, advances. How do I know you're not a maniac or a freak already? I was serious, but Hideki just laughed out for some reason. And so she says, what? Sorry, that was unexpected. But all in all, you are right that you shouldn't trust strangers. The more so since weirdos are a dime a dozen here. And she thinks to herself, he said the last statement in a colder voice that I shriveled a little. So his voice is so cold when he said that she shivers. Yeah, I think I'd be jetting, guys. I think I'd be getting out of there. Like, if his voice is changing and she's, like, doesn't even know this guy, and we already know he's put her hands on his shoulder, she's already called it groping, and now he's given her a shiver going down her spine, I think that's a red flag, guys. I think that's a situation where, yeah, you might want to get the heck out of there. Yeah, this is a big boy video. Alright. Yeah, I think she should be leaving before she gets, you know, sexually molested or something bad happens. Before she gets pregnant. Something. Oh boy. Where are we now? Oh my. We're on the beach, guys. We're on the beach. Is it snow? That very moment, a dark veil covered the world in front of my eyes, and I saw snow falling down slowly. Snowflakes touched my hands, and I felt them melt in the heat of my body. The heat of her body, huh? How hot is her body is what I want to know. AJ says, because legend has it, if you watch a Zax video for more than 10 minutes, the curse of Zax will be up on you. Oh my god, AJ. AJ's like, don't become an AJ, Ryan. Alright, Izanami continues to think to herself, I didn't see anybody, but an uncanny aura was everywhere. It penetrated inside, trying to spread itself all around. Alright, Jim, are you still there, dude? Jim. Brookie Bear. Now, she's talking about a uncanny aura is everywhere, right? What does this make you guys think right here? Is it just me? Am I just a pervert or what? But it says it penetrated itself and tried to spread itself everywhere. What are you guys thinking? Is it just me that's a pervert here? Anyway, the darkness seemed to come alive. I was staring into it, not able to move. If I don't just read this novel, guys, we're going to be here for like 8 hours. So let's go ahead and just keep going. Hideki says, are you okay, Izanami? Oh, now she's back in the cafe. The vision disappeared. I was in the cafe again. What? You've been staring in front of yourself for a minute already. Really? It feels like I just had a vision, but I cannot remember a thing for some reason. Uh-oh. Well, then maybe you shouldn't think about it. I tried to recall the unusual vision, but I couldn't. Maybe I didn't see anything at all? I still felt strange, but Hideki's easy talk made me relax and get all this out of my head. AJ, I'm an innocent soul. This cream is pervy as fuck. Don't lie, AJ. It was amazing, but I felt so calm in his company, as if we had known each other for years. Alright, when a woman starts to say it feels like I've known you for years, or I feel like I've known this guy for years, guys, just a hint, if a woman ever tells you on a date that it feels like she's known you forever, feels like she's known you for years, chances are pretty high she wants some. Chances are very high she wants some if she ever tells you something like this. After the cafe, we strolled for a while, and when it started to get dark, Hideki walked me home. That night came. I lay in bed thinking about the day, which had passed so quickly. Nid nodding at lessons, dozing off in the park, meeting Hideki, a nice and jovial guy. He was talking so much I didn't even notice how I accepted his proposal to meet him again tomorrow. Okay. I fell asleep thinking about this. I could feel a cool wind blowing and everything was dark. Gradually, the surroundings started to reveal itself. I lay on the sand, my eyes piercing the sky. I was fascinated by the big red moon. I had never seen anything like this. He knows where she lives, AJ, you think? I stood up slowly and looked around. What is this strange place? All of a sudden, I heard a voice, just so close. Hi, Izanami. I bet you it's him. That is definitely his voice there. We see the minus sign. We know that's him actually talking. Oh, yeah, it is Hideki. Oh, look what he's wearing. It's him, but he's dressed a little bit differently. Hideki stood in front of me, but he looked different now. That's exactly what I just said. Especially his eyes. They were red, like the moon, huh? Ooh, AJ says he's gonna wear a white mask and carry a kitchen knife and start stalking you. No, I don't think that's what he has in mind here. And so she says, Hideki, what's with your eyes? Don't think about it, he says. Oh boy. But how can I? Izanami, this isn't something you should worry about right now. I will tell you something, and you should listen closely. And try to remember my words. They will help you to survive. Oh wow. This has got deep. This has got deep quick, guys. Hideki, what are you talking about? Your words make me feel uneasy. And she was just feeling like she knew him forever. Now she feels uneasy. Don't be afraid. You are strong. You will overcome any difficulties. You've got a talent which you could use if something happens to you in your dream. Ooh, sounds like Nightmare on Elm Street or something. Watch out, Zax, he'll eat your brains. Or what? Yeah. A talent, she asks. Yes, I'm going to tell you about it, but first, you should understand where we are. This place is an intermediary point between the world of people and hell. It has many names, but you can call it the Midworld. Oh shit. So she's halfway between our world and hell, guys, on the Midworld. Has anybody ever heard of the Midworld? I've never heard of it. Fear hung upon me. Was I dead? Why was I here? I had scarcely asked these questions when I felt dizzy and my legs grew weak. Hideki was quick enough to catch me, and he embraced me tenderly. Uh-oh. Ryan Curtis says, why are you touching me? And he says, I don't think about it. Him starting to understand why this is adult content. No kidding. Alright. Uh-oh. Here we go, guys. We're only 30 minutes into the game, and it looks like we're going to have our first sex scene, is what it looks like. We'll see. After a couple of minutes, when the dizziness passed, I tried to push him away, but he only held me tighter. Uh-huh. This is starting, Ryan says. I have a choice, guys. Surrender, or no, get out of his hands, or surrender. I'm going to let you guys decide. My hunch would be to get out of his hands, because I know that I remember getting a kind of a chill from him. I know that I saw red eyes on him. couple of big red flags there to me. If I was doing this realistically, as if I was really trying to play her role, I'd get the fuck out of there. But I'll let you guys decide what I do. We have one vote. Oh, we have 2 votes for run. Ryan says surrender because he wants to see the spicy stuff. Guys, let's go ahead and go with the majority here, especially with my vote. The majority here is basically saying, get out of here. Let's do it, guys. Let's follow her guns. Again, my gut instinct says red flags galore. Let's get out of here, or let's try anyway. We don't know that we're going to be successful. Ryan says, we came for adult content. All right, get out of here. It may not work, guys. Hadaki, let me go. Oh, sure. Sorry, that was too exciting. Anyway, thank you. You didn't let me fall. Dizziness was just so sudden. You are welcome. It seems that the midworld already influences you. Try to use the talent I told you about. Think about your home. Imagine yourself lying in bed again. I tried to concentrate just like Hadaki advised, but suddenly I felt intolerably hot. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ouch, it hurts. Okay. Izanami, what is it? Something is wrong. It's like my body. It's burning up. Try and ignore the pain. If you don't come back right now, you will end up staying here forever. Oh shit. The world swam around me. I was losing consciousness. Uh-oh. But now she's back home? It was difficult to open my eyes. What a strange dream. It was so real I felt hot, as if the room had been heated by a radiator, or I ran forever. Or I ran a fever, sorry, I ran a fever. In order to focus on something else, I took my favorite book, read a few pages, and after a while I was able to fall asleep again. Okay, sounds like she's back home in her warm, cozy bed, and we are on chapter 2, guys. Drama. Chapter 1 is finished. Chapters... What did that say? 1 of 12? We have 12 chapters? I think that's what it said. And so she says, the next day I went to the park where I and Hadaki had planned to meet. I sat on the bench and checked the time. I still had half an hour, and to make the wait shorter, I decided to entertain myself with reading. Warm sun rays got me drowsy and my eyes closed. I saw a couple walking in the park. The guy was holding the girl's hand tenderly, and the girl was smiling at him amiably. Suddenly, a gust of wind blew, and the vision disappeared. Uh-oh. She's back at that place, guys. She's back at the midworld. I felt very cold, and my tranquility gave way to hopeless sorrow and emptiness, as if I was left alone in the whole world, and there was nobody for kilometers around. For miles around. I saw a dark silhouette, and in front of me it shivered. Wait a minute, I saw a dark silhouette in front of me, and I shivered, feeling a heavy, sinister glance. Who is this? Oh my god, it's Batman! It's Batman! No, I'm just kidding. I wanted to run away from it without looking back, but I couldn't move at all. I squeezed my eyes shut in the hope that the hallucination would fade and I'd be back home in my bed again. But at that very moment, I felt somebody touch my hand and twitched in fright, and my eyes opened instantly. Hey, look who it is! Hideki stood in front of me, smiling. How you doing, Vanessa? Welcome, hun. Oh, why are you frightened? Frightened? I don't know. Another vision? Yes, as if somebody stood looking at me, but I can remember only his silhouette. Did you sleep well last night? Did you see any dreams? I saw a dream about you. Oh my god. Yeah, there's a way to inflate a guy's head. Go out with him, meet him one night, and then tell him the next day that you dreamt about him. Yeah, this guy's head is probably swelling now. It's probably like, yeah. Definitely head sweller there. Meet a girl, and the very next day she tells you she dreamed about you. This is Theory of Fear, Vanessa. This is it's rated NC-17. It's on Steam. The link is in the description. So she said she had a dream about him. She admits it. I mean, she's saying that out loud. You see the little minus sign. Me? Really? Oh, look, he's kind of smiling. He's happy. Yes, you were at a strange beach with a big red moon, and it was shining in the sky. But you looked a bit extraordinary. Different. Extraordinary. I don't know. I always say that word wrong. It's extraordinary. I see. And what were we doing, Izanami? Uh-huh. Now he's trying to get some pervy details about her dream now. He's like, what were we doing? Maybe not, but that's what I think. Or that's what I would think. AJ's like, it was him. He was in the trailer with wings. Well, you hugged me, and you tried to warn me about something. Yep, that's what I'm trying to do now. Explain to you the danger of sleeping on this bench. You must come back to my house and sleep with me to ward off any kind of evil forces that are now with you for sleeping on the bench. Oh, wait a minute, guys. I'm getting off on my own story. Sorry about that. He's telling her she can't sleep on the bench. Sorry. No, you didn't say a word about benches. Anyway, you'd better think about something else. Let's have a walk. Look, the weather is just lovely. Right. I'm eager to switch over to something else and stop reflecting over that strange dream. So we strolled across the park, fascinated by sakura and blossom. The wind tore beautiful pink petals off the trees and carried them past us. It's already the middle of spring, but it feels like summer. The air grew warm much too early this year. Alright, Brookie Bear, have a good night, hon. Sleep well. The day passed very quickly, and when it started to get dark, the guy walked me home. I was in high spirits all day long, but late at night, I recollected that unusual daydreaming in the park and that uncomfortable feeling. With these thoughts in mind, I fell asleep. Uh-oh. Back at the midworld. I opened my eyes, and I found myself on the beach again, under the red moon. This place had a weird atmosphere, frightening and enchanting at the same time. Hideki materialized in front of me, this time surrounded by a dark aura. I felt a threat radiating around him. Yeah, and look how he's dressed as well. I wanted to run away without looking back, but I couldn't move. Something held my legs and didn't let go. Uh-oh. He moves closer. Hideki came closer, and I screamed. Ah! Is that a good enough scream for you guys? Stay back! I think that's what she really screamed. Oh, what's wrong? I want to help you, remember? My intuition tells me to stay the fuck away from you. You're not the one you seem to be. The darkness around you is literally screaming out loud about this. Uh-oh. Hideki ignored my words and came very close to me. I wanted to push him away, but he caught my hands and held them behind my back. Uh-oh. And we can hear the music roaring or getting more intense in the background. I'm seeing a little bit of cleavage here. Look at these evil red eyes. Look, she's almost fascinated with him. Uh-oh. That look, guys. That look. AJ says, why doesn't she just not sleep ever again? It's that simple. Oh my god, AJ. AJ's like, sounds like she hasn't had water for 3 days and tried to scream. Shut up, AJ. This hurt me slightly. Oh, the way he's holding her is hurting her. Damn. Don't panic. I won't do you any harm. Yeah, that's what all rapists say. Let me go! Izanami, you should calm down. I was looking at Hidaki. I couldn't shift my glance off his red eyes. He was kind of hypnotizing me, confusing my thoughts, and muddling my mind. He dropped my hands free and embraced me, pressing his whole body against mine. That moment of pleasant warmth spread below my stomach. Uh-oh. Guys, come on. What does this mean? That moment of pleasant warmth spread below my stomach. It felt so good. Wow. Ryan, he's going to give her Bill Cosby's sleepy time tea. Uh-oh. Hidaki is so hot, and I like his smell so much. Uh-oh, she wants him now. He's probably got a freaking, like... He's probably, like, messing with her mind and, like... I think he's already mind-fucking her, let's be honest. Hypnotizing her, controlling her thoughts, whatever. That's what it sounds like to me. And then I felt his hand slide down, uncovering my shoulder. Hey, is he going to undress me? Or he was going to dress me. Hey, was he going to undress me? Hidaki, please stop. What's wrong, Izanami? Don't you trust me? I want to trust you, but it feels like you're producing some influence upon me. Mm-hmm. I could see he didn't like my answer. Hidaki became serious, and his voice had changed. Izanami, it's time. I want to tell you something important before you go. They've already started a hunt on you. From now on, every action, every choice of yours will have consequences. I'll do all I can to help you, but if you don't trust me, it's going to be a bit harder. Think twice before you decide who you may trust. Hideki went away, and I remained alone on the beach without the slightest idea of what I should do. Alright guys, I need you guys to help me out again. Should I call out for him? Or should I find the way out by myself? What do you guys think? Ryan's like, don't you trust me? Another great line, exactly. Somebody give me an answer, guys. Call him. All right, Ryan wants to get it on with him, I think. So, Ryan says, call him. All right, we're gonna call him. Hidaki? I cried out Hidaki's name, but there was no answer. Only silence and whispering waves in the distance. AJ, you're your own independent woman. You don't need no man. Yeah. No, girlfriend, nuh-uh. I felt so sad and so lonely. He's gonna come walking up again a bit. Suddenly, I felt intolerably hot. The air scorched my skin, and I couldn't breathe. Everything swam in front of my eyes, and I wished fervently to return home. That very moment, the familiar surroundings of my room replaced the night beach scenery. I tried to remember my dream. It seemed that Hidaki had tried to warn me of something again. Of what, I wonder? But did it really matter? Perhaps I spent too much time thinking about my dreams and forgetting all about my real life. Tomorrow we are going to pass an important exam, so I need to sleep well. Chapter 3. Yep. So we have 12 chapters in all. The week passed very quickly, and it was already the weekend. I wanted to relax somehow, so I went for a walk. The week passed very quickly. I just read this. I went closer to him and asked. Okay, so she evidently sees somebody and goes closer to him. I think we had a little glitch there. I am sorry to disturb you, but are you okay? He put his hand away from his face and looked at me. I recognized him straight away. It was Yuki. We studied together. Oh, Izanami, I'm okay now. It was a fit, a weak one. A fit? Are you ill? Yes, it's anemia. Sometimes it makes me feel bad. Oh, I didn't know. Maybe you'd better go to the hospital. No, I'm okay. Thank you for your trouble. Although, can I ask you to do something for me? Yes, of course. Buy some apple juice, please. It will help me come around. Here, take the money. Having said this, he gave me money, and I ran to the closest shop. I worried about Yuki, and I didn't want to leave him alone for a long time. When I came back, he looked much better, without that frightening pallor on his face. Yuki drank the apple juice and smiled. Now, I'm absolutely okay. I'm sorry to have bothered you. No problem, but I don't want to let you go like this alone. Who knows? You may have another fit. Let me walk you home. Thanks for your care, Izanami. While walking, we were discussing different subjects. I looked at Yuki from time to time. At the university, he didn't stand out. He was a bit reserved and untalkative. Sometimes he skipped lessons for weeks, but his marks were good. His grades were good. When we reached his house, he shifted his eyes shyly and asked, I haven't been to lectures for a few days already. If you have time, would you be so kind to drop by and bring me your synopsis? If it's okay to ask you? Of course, I can bring them tomorrow. Will you be at home? Yes, I will. See you tomorrow then. Take care, Yuki. Thank you, Izanami. See you later. Okay. After that, he entered his house and I went back. The rest of the day I spent walking in the park. In the evening, I went to the shop to buy some products for dinner. Lying in bed, I thought about Yuki. I shouldn't forget to take the synopsis he asked me to bring. Uh-oh. The speech again? And this time it's Yuki there. Hi, Izanami. Uh-oh. I startled and I stared at the guy in front of me. Yuki, what are you doing here? I came to take you away from this terrible place. Go with me. I will show you the way out. While I was thinking about what to do next, Yuki confidently took my hand and led me ahead. Soon we reached a door that stood on the beach. We stopped in front of it. This is the way out. Let's go. Is it? Or is he trying to lead your leader to a sex room? With this, he opened the door and he pulled me in. Hey, Jay. Yep. Sex room. See? Told you. Told you she shouldn't have went in there. We found ourselves in a different place. What's going on? Where am I? This is my home, Izanami. You will be my guest today. Your guest? What do you mean? You said you would show me the way out. Yes, I will. But a little bit later. You know what I mean? We got some things to do. Oh, never mind. I didn't have time to think, he went on. Tell me, do you like conjuring tricks? Try to leave or stay and see what comes in next. Alright guys, I'm just going to call this one. We're going to stay and see what comes next. Why is he so confident and audacious? I guess I should stay and find out what's going on. Yuki came closer, and I felt his fingers touch my hand. The world went black before my eyes. When I could see again, I understood that I could recognize neither the place nor the man in front of me. Oh boy. What's going on? Where am I? Izanami, did you forget me? It's the first time I see you. How do you know my name? He paused expressly and said, I erased your memories, Izanami. Oh wow, Yuki erased her memories? What the hell? This is not good. Hey Skulf, how you doing? What? I don't believe you. Don't you? And does the word conjuring sound familiar at all? Conjuring? What does he mean? Suddenly, I felt a sharp headache and recollected everything. Could he really erase my memories? Frightened, I looked at him and made a few steps back. Why are you frightened? Yuki, what are you doing? Please, please don't. Why, I like to watch you, to watch your reaction. You're so helpless now. I feel an urge to embrace and comfort you. Uh-oh. You are mad. Don't come any closer. Are you afraid of me? But we've just begun. Uh-oh. Yuki, please stop it. Please. Begging me? So pathetic. I like it. Maybe you will kneel before me and ask me again. That would be amazing. And at that moment, something exploded inside me, and I lost my temper. Who do you think you are? You're nuts. You have no right to do that. This is my home, and I can do whatever I want. The world swam in front of my eyes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yuki's voice returned me back to my consciousness. Izanami, what's going on? What's wrong with you? I concentrated on my senses. It seems that all this had ended. I don't know. I felt dizzy all of a sudden. And he says, did you? You turned very pale and it frightened me. Who do you feel? Who do you feel? I think he means what do you feel? I think that means what do you feel? What do you feel? Hey Skulf. What's happening is a girl is finding herself meeting like guys, and when she goes to sleep, she's finding herself in like a mid-world, a world somewhere between between the earth and hell, I guess. And she keeps having these scenes at this mid-world, this halfway to hell place, and it's almost like she has to make the right choices to get out of there alive and go return back to her bed. It's pretty weird so far. Weird, but interesting in a weird kind of way, I guess. So he's like, what do you feel? I'm sure that's what he means, not who do you feel. I'm fine, don't worry, Yuki. Well, that's good. Now it's my turn to be dizzy. What? Suddenly, he swayed and slid down to the floor. I relaxed. I exclaimed, Yuki, wake up! Oh boy. I bowed, trying to understand if he was breathing or not. Suddenly, his hands embraced me, quite tightly. Yuki closed his eyes and turned me around in a jerk, so that I was lying on my back now, and he bent down over me. What are you doing? Look at his eyes. Notice that his eyes are red too, guys. His eyes are red again, just like Hideki or whatever his name is. Izanami, this time I won't let you go. Oh, wow. Try to get out, or try to persuade him to let you go. I'll let you guys decide now. What do I do here, guys? Give me an answer, guys. Do I try to get out of here, or do I try to persuade him to let me go? persuade him to let him go? Let her go? Okay. We'll go with that, Ryan. Thank you. Yuki, stop. Don't. Why? You can't behave like this. You've just felt bad. I felt bad because I couldn't touch you. But now I'm fine again. AJ's like, fight, fight, fight. Yuki was looking at me and smiling, and I realized that he wasn't going to let me go. What can I do? My mind was racing in an attempt to recall Hideki's words. Hideki, he said, damn, what did he say? I can't even remember. Uh-oh. I closed my eyes and tried to focus, but suddenly I felt Yuki's icy lips on my neck. Icy lips on her neck? That's not good. I don't think that would turn me on very much. Icy lips on her neck? That sounds cold and scary and... Yeah. At this moment, an image of my room came into my memory, and I felt an irresistible desire to come back there. My eyes opened, and I sighed with relief. The strange dream finally ended. Oh, wow. That almost happened, guys. I thought she was about to get raped there. Chapter 4. And child predator much? Today I woke up early and did all my household chores. Then I changed my clothes and prepared myself before taking the synopsis to Yuki's place. A strange feeling had accompanied me since the previous night, but I tried not to think about it. The sunny weather was pleasant. I reached Yuki's house quickly. I rang the doorbell and heard footsteps. Yuki appeared in the doorway. Hi, Asanami. I've been waiting for you. Come on in. I hesitated. Should I go inside? I haven't visited guys like this much before, except for Tomio, of course. Why do you stand there? I receive guests seldom, and I would be pleased if you came in and we had a talk. Okay, there is nothing bad in having talks. Yuki led me into the room. Here, be my dearest guest. I'll make some tea and come back. Yuki went to the kitchen, and I decided to take a look around. The apartment was furnished in good taste, the walls decorated with samurai swords and beautiful pictures. I studied them closely. One of the pictures caught my eye. The face on it seemed to somehow be familiar. No, just the face, but the whole picture. Right, I had seen it before, but where? Yuki, with his sweet-smelling tea, interrupted my thoughts. Here you are, Asanami. My parents brought this tea from abroad. I guess you haven't tasted anything like this. Thanks, smells very good. I took a sip. Its unusual taste amazed me. Wow, you're right, I've never tasted anything like this. It's a rare variety, and they don't sell it here. Well, I'm glad you like it. He looked at me with an amiable smile, and I smiled back, and then, confused, I looked away. What could we discuss? His family and his parents, his interests and hobbies. Let's go with interests and hobbies first. That sounds like something a little less, this is almost like she wants to marry the guy. Yeah, I think you're just getting to know somebody. I think interests and hobbies would be the natural thing to ask about first. Uh-oh. Sculf says it's poison. Oh, it could be, huh? Yuki, tell me about yourself. It's just, I hardly know a thing about you, though we do study together. Okay, what exactly would you like to know? Your interests and hobbies, for instance. Hobbies? I like different arts and history movies about Japan, which show the legacy of our ancestors. I also like painting and traditional music. By the way, I do paint myself. Wow, do you? And how long? Well, as far back as I can remember. And what about you? Don't you paint? Unfortunately, I don't. But don't be upset, I'm sure you'll have other talents. Thank you, Yuki, but I haven't revealed them yet. I see. As for me, my parents helped to reveal them. They've taught me to love art and beauty since I was a child. My father is an artist, and my mother traveled a lot around Europe to arrange exhibitions. You're lucky to have such parents. At this, the familiar portrait came to my mind, and I asked, "You know, I liked one of your pictures. Won't you tell me about it?" Of course I will. Which one? This portrait. I pointed to the picture and suddenly remembered where I'd seen it. I'd seen it in my dream. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. Don't trust the tea? At that moment, I felt giddy, and the unusual taste of the tea returned to my lips as a bright sensation. Hey, Izanami, wake up. Yuki's voice broke through the thick veil. A bit later, my vision started to return as well. A bellow bent over me. How are you? Are you okay? Yes, it seems I'm fine. What happened? All of a sudden, you blacked out. Again? Wow. Good night, Ryan. Have a good night, buddy. Have a good day at work tomorrow, dude. I lost consciousness? She asks. Yes, you did. Strange, we just sat there drinking tea and talking about something. About art. It seems then everything swam and I don't remember what was next. Looks like I did lose my consciousness. Are you sick? You look pale. Really? Perhaps I better go home. Let me walk you home. I don't want you to lose consciousness on your way back. Okay, something strange is going on with me these days. You blacked out once, Skulf? It's the tea? Okay, when I came home, it was already evening. The day had passed incredibly quickly. Suddenly, I felt very sleepy, totally flaked out. And here she is the midworld again. A splitting headache, everything swimming in front of my eyes. I cannot focus on anything. Am I going somewhere? No, somebody's pulling me, squeezing my hand, and it hurts. It seems I can already make out the surroundings. It's a door. Hey, this door looks familiar. I am pulled inside forcefully, and everything plunges into darkness again. Uh-oh. Here I heard a familiar voice. Izanami, look at me, Yuki says. Yuki was standing in front of me. First, I want to apologize for having frightened you the last time. Sometimes I'm hot-spirited. Please forgive me for that. Doorway to hell? I know, right, Skulf? I couldn't talk, so I just listened. And forgive me for how you are feeling right now. This is because I erased your memories again. Why does he keep erasing her memories? It's messed up. I wouldn't want somebody messing with my memories all the time. Like somebody's messing with your memories to, like, mess with you, to troll you. That sounds like something AJ would do. What? You erased my memories again? What's going on here? That's what I'm wondering. And forgive me for what I'm going to do next. Uh-oh. Oh boy. At this, Yuki grabbed my hand and pulled me to him. In spite of my attempts to struggle, he embraced me and kissed me on my neck. Then I felt his tongue moving up my neck, very lightly. So she might enjoy the way he's licking her neck very lightly, but this here just looks a little bit odd. He looks like a freaking pig. This looks corny and The red eye doesn't do a whole lot for it either. This definitely doesn't look romantic. Like when you go and like when women buy a romance novel, it isn't a picture like this. I mean, they might be in the same position, but you don't see a guy's face looking like this. I'm just saying. Yeah, every guy, she's had another guy too named Hideki, and she met him in the midworld as well. And whenever she sees a guy from the real world in the midworld, halfway between the earth and hell, evidently, they have red eyes. So both guys she's seen here in the midworld have had red eyes like that. So anyway, I felt his neck moving up my neck very lightly. Oh, you can't imagine what strong desire to taste you I have. He enjoyed the moment and then moved away. Izanami, let me show you something. He took a wine glass from the table and pulled something out of his pocket. This doesn't allow to leave the midworld. Now focus and watch. I didn't understand why he was doing that, but I watched every movement of his. Okay. Pouring. Oh no. Oh no, he's got a glass of wine. He's putting a powder in it. This is not good. Oh, a Skulf is saying, oh, vamps. Izanami thinks, yeah, she's thinking to herself, Yuki opened the sachet and poured its contents into the wine glass. He shook it up and he offered it to me. Uh-oh, we're going to have a choice here, aren't we? We're going to have a choice of to drink it or to reject it, probably. This is for you. Drink up. I moved away from him. Are you crazy? I'm not going to drink that. I'm telling you to drink, and you will drink. Oh shit, this is not good. You can't make me. I bet he can. I don't have to. It will be enough to erase your memory of me. Add something to this wine. Wait a minute. I don't have to. It will be enough to erase your memory of me. Adding something to this wine. What? You won't do that. He smiled and offered the wine glass to me, his fingers lightly touching my hand. You look tense. Here, drink it. It'll help you relax. I reached out for the wine glass, but at the last second moved my hand away. Something made me do so. Oh no, you don't trust me. That makes me so upset. The guy sighed, lamentably, and looked into the glass, swaying it slowly. I felt uneasy. It seemed I had really upset him with my mistrust. Yuki, give it to me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, guys. Look what she just said. He's going to take this the wrong way. I know he's got a glass of wine in his hands, but look what she just said to him. Yuki, give it to me, baby. Give it to me. How is he not going to take that the wrong way? I'm just saying. Skulf is like, oh shit. After a couple of draughts, I felt warmth spread through my body. So she actually drank it, guys. She actually took a couple of drinks. And now she feels warmth spreading through her body. Yeah, this is not going to go well for her. I said you would do that by yourself. And he was right. What are you talking about? Now, you can't go back home, Izanami. And by the way, you saw yourself how I poured the poison into it. Oh shit. Oh no, you can't go home. By the way, you saw for yourself how I poured the poison into the drink. And Vanessa's like, things are getting steamy. I don't believe you. This can't be. It was 3 minutes ago. But you don't remember because I erased your memories. And I can do it again. For example, remove some significant events from your past life or dear people. Would you like to lose the skill of reading or counting? You can't do that. It's not allowed to do things like that. What about doing it at your choice? Which would you prefer to forget? Your father's name or your own? Oh, wow. You want to forget your father's name or your own? Oh, damn, dude. What am I going to say here, guys? Wow. If I forget my own name, I think I'd rather forget my father's name than my own name. I mean, I wouldn't want to I wouldn't want to forget my father's name. That would be like disrespectful, but how are you going to forget your own damn name and not know who you are? My dad's name is confusing. Let's go with father's name, guys. I think this would be the natural choice. I mean, if you had to choose, I don't think anybody would want to forget their own damn name. Let's go with father's name. So, what's about your father? Do you remember his face or his name? Did you even have a father? I tried to call memory, his strong hands and his rare smile, a light smell of tobacco on his clothes, his name, but his name slipped away. I had it at the tip of my tongue, but I just couldn't remember it. Hey Rose, welcome to the stream. I don't remember, she says. And what are you gonna do now? Yuki, please stop, you're scaring me. Am I? But I'm having fun. That's the limit. I should try to return home now. I need to focus. My room. I always sleep there. I want to get there right now. But when I opened my eyes, nothing happened. What's going on? Izanami, you are a silly little girl. I've already said I gave you poison. And you can't return home now. I moved back from him. He was so different from the Yuki I had known. I was overcome by fear. Yuki, take me back home. Wait a minute, she says to him, Yuki, take me back home. I'm begging you. Begging me now, are you? You know, probably I'll do what you want. But you should do something in return. Huh? I want you to come to me and kiss me tenderly. I like your sweet lips very much. What? Are you nuts? Izanami, is it that hard of a task for you? By the way, if you don't do this, you'll lose all your memories. I'll make you forget your mother, your father, your friends, all your childhood. Alluring? You won't do that. Are you sure? You want to find out? My heart was pounding. What should I do now? How can I return home? So, Izanami, how does it feel being without your special skill? Do you enjoy being a victim in the corner? Oh, damn. I was going to answer, but I felt a light dizziness. I had to lean against the wall. Oh, I see the poison's already in action. A couple moments later, you won't be able to resist me, because the narcotic is suppressing your will. So you'd better relax and have fun, Izanami. Wow. There he goes again, same screenshot. After that, Yuki came very close to me and grabbed my hands. My body curved, and I felt his tongue move slowly up my neck. I focused on my sensations. Indeed, something was wrong with them. I couldn't concentrate. My thoughts were confused. My consciousness was clouded. Even Yuki's touch felt different. It seemed I started to lose control over myself. Yeah, but he had to poison her to get her to the situation. I closed my eyes and I tried to imagine my room again. At that very moment, Yuki dragged my dress down. Why is it happening? If I don't do anything right now, he'll rape me. I don't want my first experience to be like this. I mustn't lose concentration. I should return home right now. In my thoughts, I repeated my room, my room, my room again and again. I finally realized I didn't feel Yuki's icy fingers on my skin anymore. I opened my eyes widely and saw the familiar surroundings of my flat very well. What's going on with me? Why do I see these strange dreams? Maybe I should call Tamio and ask for his advice. He majors in psychiatry, and I guess he could explain to me everything. These thoughts calmed me down a little, but after half an hour I fell asleep again. Alright, Chapter 5, guys. Chapter 5. A week passed quickly. I plunged into studies and worked into the evenings to earn some money. I decided not to bother my friend. Because the nightmares finally let go, I started to sleep well at night. Oh wow, she's starting to sleep well at night now. After the classes, I wanted to go home when a couple nearby attracted my attention. It was a guy with bright red hair and a short girl who obviously decided to confess her love to him. I had seen him before, and we had never showed good manners. Oh, he never showed good manners. One could immediately tell he was arrogant, and he didn't have any respect for girls at all. Uh-oh. I heard the end of their talk. And it says, silly little girl, I don't need your confession. Don't you like me? Of course I don't. Wow. But I love you. It's not my problem. Look at yourself. You're as flat as a board. Don't waste my time. Wow, rude. Is that not rude or what? Damn, this guy is freaking obnoxious. He is arrogant and, yeah. This guy's an asshole. Why are you so cruel? The girl says. After that, the girl ran away with tears in her eyes. I felt pity for her, and I decided to interfere. Hey, you! Don't your parents teach you good manners? Why are you so rude? A girl confessed her romantic feelings, so you could not be that tough with her. And who is that? He gave me a once-over, and I was staring at him point blank. Bright red hair, dark eyes, quite the high guy. 2 heads higher than me, looking steadily from under his eyebrows. You made the girl bust into tears. You think it's okay to behave improperly like that? At this, he laughed out, so I was taken back. What a strange reaction. Is he a lame brain? Why are you laughing? Having problems with your head? Uh-oh. Look at you. It was fun. And you, another admirer of mine? He asks if she's an admirer of his. Wow, this guy is stuck on himself, huh? Admirer? Me? I can't stand guys like you. Full of themselves, wandering around, just so proud. The guy ignored my words, gave me another once-over, fixing his eyes on my breasts. He smiled and said, yeah, he was talking about the cleavage, saying she was a flat chest, yeah. Yep, I like the word lame brain. So now he's looking at her breasts. Not that bad, I like this. Will you do a couple of times? We'll do for a couple... Wait a minute, so he says... He's looking at her chest and he says, not that bad, I like. We'll do for a couple of times, but not more. You're way too short. Wow. So this guy's basically saying he would do her a couple of times, but nothing more. Yeah. This is a great guy, right? After these words, something exploded inside me, and I slapped him in the face. Oh, good for you. He deserves a slap after that. He didn't move, frozen, not ready for my reaction, but he deserved it. Maybe now he'll reflect over his improper behavior. I turned back and walked away. I wanted to get outside as soon as possible. That would help me chill out. Fresh air and pleasant summer wind set me at ease, and I walked home. I almost reached my house when somebody squeezed my mouth and pushed me into a back street. Uh-oh. Everything happened so quickly, and I was stunned. A manhole? Yep. Uh-oh, now he's like, got you. A bold one, huh? Damn, it seems like I got myself in trouble. It was that guy I'd slapped in the university. And will you still be that bold if I rape you right here? It's already getting dark, and there's nobody around. What are you gonna do in this case, huh? My mind was racing in an attempt to think up a plan. The guy went on. Can you imagine how your slap hurt me? I will punish you for your boldness. His hand was pressing stronger and stronger, and I made up my mind for desperate measures. I bit his hand and rushed towards my house, which was just so close. I got inside at first, couldn't catch my breath. What was that? It seems he's crazy. He's crazy indeed. In the evening, I lay in bed and thought about the red-haired guy who had frightened me so much. How could he know I would go that way? How could he know that I would go that way? Did he follow me? I guess I should be much more careful. And she falls asleep and again winds up in the mid-world. I assume she's going to see the red-haired rapist now, huh? Oh, this beach again. Every time I find myself here, I have no idea why. What should I do? Go back home or explore the mid-world? Alright guys, with everything that's happened to her and things not going so well last time she was here, I think she's going to want to go back home. I think this is a no-brainer. She's going to try to go back home. She's not going to stay around and explore. I closed my eyes, trying to imagine my room, but nothing happened. Oh no, no success, even after a few attempts. Maybe Yuki doesn't let me go back. Last time I barely escaped from him. I looked around, nobody was there. So strange. Uh-oh, she feels like somebody's watching her again. My legs stepped forward by themselves, and almost immediately I saw the familiar door. I stopped in front of it and looked at it. Should I go there? It's a portal, isn't it? Although, if it's a portal, it'll transport me to Yuki's home, and I don't want to see him at all. I was ready to turn away and leave when the door in front of me just opened. Uh-oh. Somebody behind my back pushed me inside. Uh-oh, it's going to be that red-haired guy. I found myself in the familiar mansion, but this time Yuki wasn't here. Huh, but this was really strange. I looked around and saw another door, but where will it transport me? I felt fear and curiosity at the same time. On one hand, I had a strong desire to find out what was going on, and it seemed to me that there was something really important behind this door. On the other hand, something stopped me from opening it. All in all, I had no idea what was there. But the curiosity was stronger, so I touched the door handle, hesitating. Uh-oh, she's going in now. At this, somebody from the other side pulled the door. I fell into the room, not able to keep my balance. I fell down to the floor. When I turned my head, I suddenly felt cold. Uh-oh. Yep, it's the red-haired guy. Oh no, that red-haired guy. He locked the door with a key and hung it on his neck. Uh-oh. This is not going to be good, guys. About to get gangbanged. I crawled back till I leaned my head against the wall. The guy was slowly coming closer to me. His cold eyes made me feel uneasy. When there was just a few steps left, the guy took the chair, turned its back to himself, and sat down. Hi, I'm so glad you've come by yourself. I was already going to go up for you. Yes, don't look at me like this. Yes, don't look at me like this. It's my fault you're here. I wanted it. Uh-oh. I need to find the way out of this quickly. I closed my eyes and imagined my room, but nothing was happening. Then I did it again. Another failure. What's going on? I see you are trying to return home, but you won't do that. You can't escape from this place. I am much stronger than you, so your talent is useless here. Wow. His words made me flatten myself against the wall. It seemed like he was telling the truth. Now, you aren't that bold, are you? But I remember your slap very well, and I'm going to take revenge. Uh-oh. At this, he stood up and bent over me. Don't move, or else I'll make it even worse. I was petrified and couldn't move even if I had wanted to. As for my voice, it seemed to just disappear. Uh-oh. Hey, Stanley, how you doing? We got a raid. We got Hopsy here. Derelict Justice is here. Welcome, Raiders. How you guys doing? What were you guys just playing? Welcome, guys. We are, I think, in a scene here in an NC-17 visual novel from Steam that I purchased, or rather that I got from the developer. I want to go and thank the developer for this game. I think I got this from the developer. Yeah, I wouldn't have purchased this. So, yep. So we are playing this game, Welcome, Raiders. And I did purchase another visual novel, though, but I don't remember what it was. I purchased a visual novel like a week ago. And we have lots of games to get to, guys. Battleground, cool game. Yeah, I want to get that game, man. Looks like a good game. So now she's petrified. She couldn't move, even if she wants to. He's threatening her not to move. And her voice basically disappears. Sounds like this guy's going to basically rape this girl, the hero of the story. He came close to me, and I closed my eyes tight. I didn't know what he could do. I felt a scorching touch of his hands on my neck, and right after, something squeezed my throat. Open your eyes. I saw a leash stretched between my neck and his hands. Oh, now he's got her on a freaking leash. This is that dominance thing, huh? Very well. Now you're my toy. At this, the guy dragged the leash, and I had no choice but to draw after it. It was difficult to breathe. The collar was fastened tightly, and you can see the leash around her neck. If you behave properly, I'll ease it. If you behave improperly, I'll tighten it. But in this case, you won't last for long. Do you understand this? I nodded. It seems he's a real psycho, and you don't want to argue with guys like this. I'll do what he wants and try to think of a plan for escape. Well, this is intense. I know, right, Derelict? Yeah, Vanessa's like, oh my gosh, BDSM. And now we're going to get acquainted like people usually do. My name's Sadio, and my word is law for you. You have to surrender completely and do whatever I want to you. Or else, I'll kill you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. She has to surrender completely to him and do whatever he wants to do, or he's going to kill her. His name is Sadio. Sculf is like, finesse him. The guy stood up rapidly and momentarily popped up near me. I felt his fingers on my neck, and he began to squeeze them. Now I could hardly understand what was going on. It was difficult to breathe, and I started to gasp, but he squeezed my throat so hard, I had no chance to survive. Uh-oh. This guy's just like brutalizing her. Like, now he's squeezing her neck so hard that she can't breathe. That's never a good thing, guys. How is that erotic in any way? I don't understand it. When I almost lost my consciousness, Sadio eased his fingers and then took them away. I had a fit of coughing. Now you see that I'm serious. Let's play a game. Get ready. He snapped his fingers, and the light went out. I felt that something around me had changed. He's a sadist? Yeah, because of his name as well, right, Vanessa? He's a manho, too. Skullfads. Very well. I got into your head and got to know many interesting things. For example, the fact that you're afraid of height. Open your eyes. Oh, shit. Wow, this is just freaking cruel. She's scared of heights and he has her open her eyes into that? That's just freaking... Oh, man, this guy's evil. It was difficult, but I did what he wanted, and I saw that I was hanging in the air over the abyss. A strong wind blew around me. I heard the thunder, and I saw the lightning. It seemed that my heart was going to jump out of my chest. It turned out that you were afraid of crossing high bridges. You're afraid of falling down to death. You're afraid of having nothing under your feet. Just as it is now. Now look, you can see the bottom of this abyss? You are frightened like hell, aren't you? Ha 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 ha. He was right. I was frightened, just so much. I could fall down and die at any moment. Now, prepare to fly, my toy. Entertain me. Oh man, this guy's evil as hell. He's Satan. I think I agree, Skulf. What the hell? Now, they said that this world with a red moon, and when they have red eyes, these guys she's meeting in the real world have red eyes in this place. And this place is called Midworld. It's halfway between Earth and Hell. And, wow. Yeah, it definitely seems like she's fully in hell now. So he's like, entertain me. Another snap of his fingers. At first, I didn't understand what was happening. The wind became stronger and I felt my ears pop. I was falling. No! Everything was flashing in front of my eyes, so I closed them. It's impossible to describe what I felt. It was as if my soul flew out of my body. I couldn't even scream, and I plunged into a non-existence almost immediately. After some time, I gained consciousness. I could still feel the pressure inside my ears, and some formless blots were swimming in front of my eyes. I couldn't focus my eyes on anything. I looked around and understood I was in a new place. My legs stepped forward on the road by themselves, but after a few steps, the road suddenly turned to the right. Just so strange. At first, it seemed to me that it was stretching far ahead. After another 10 steps, I had to stop. The road turned to the left. I went faster. I need to find the way out of here. Turning again and again, I plunged into my thoughts. What is this place, the Midworld? Or Sadio and his behavior? What do you guys want me to choose? What is this place, the Midworld? Or Sadio and his behavior? I guess, what am I thinking about? I don't know. More like hell and mega hell. Yeah, it's not good for sure. Especially when we know she's scared of heights and he has her fall forever into an abyss. Sadio, okay. Sadio and his behavior. I still felt that Sadio was somewhere around. It seems he's watching me while I'm trying to find a way out of here. He's very different from Hideki and Yuki. I managed to escape from both of them, but Sadio didn't leave me any choice. He didn't let me go home. And now, and how did he know that I'm afraid of heights? How did he transfer me to the abyss? And now to here. I don't want to think about the things he can do next. Wow. I kept going, but the road didn't end. I realized that I was walking inside a labyrinth, which had neither an end nor a beginning. And with every other step, I stopped believing I would ever find a way out of here. After another turn, I went down to my knees because I couldn't go anymore, and tears ran down my cheeks. Ah. Just run through the bushes? Yeah, that might be the answer, Sculf. I don't know. Did I deserve all this? How can I get out of this infinite labyrinth? I closed my eyes. I felt totally flaked out. The time stopped. It seemed that the darkness was my devoted companion. I didn't feel anything but the darkness all around me. Shadows drew on. Shadows penetrated deeper inside me and filled my emptiness. When I gained consciousness, everything was swimming in front of my eyes. The colors disappeared, and the world turned gray. I was staring in front of me for a moment, or maybe an hour. I felt disconnected from the reality. All the things around me became insignificant. But suddenly, a spinning headache returned me to my senses. I jumped from my bed, grabbed the painkiller, and took a few pills. The pain was fading away, and I realized that I was at home. Everything that had happened had been just a dream. I couldn't believe in it. Just a dream? But it almost drove me crazy. I hesitated no more, and I called my friend. We decided to meet this very day. I need help as soon as possible. Alright guys, we're on chapter 6 now. 6 of 12. Plus 10, huh? I think the last time I got a plus 4. I and Tomio planned to meet in the park in the afternoon. I couldn't stop thinking about the previous night on my way there. Now, obviously, this Tomio guy, I'm going to call him Tomio. I don't know if that's right or not, but this Tomio guy is one of our friends. So she actually knows this guy. Hopefully, she knows him. It took great efforts to get up today. Nightmares exhausted me, and it seemed I couldn't handle it by myself. I hoped that Tomio, my childhood friend, oh yeah, childhood friend for a long time, I hoped that he would be able to help me. He's keen on psychology, and he's quite an educated young man. That wasn't surprising because Tomio had always dreamt of following in his father's footsteps and becoming a psychotherapist in his clinic. We'd been friends as long as I can remember. In kindergarten, at school, Tomio had always been around. But after that, we went different paths. We entered different universities and started to spend less time together. The park lay right ahead. Oh, he looks like a nice guy. Tomio was already there. Oh, what a good friend, already there waiting. Hi, Isanami. Hi, Tomio. How are you? Your night call surprised me a bit. Something happened? Yes, something happened, and I need your help. Oh, I'm all ears. Tell me what it is. I don't know how to tell you, but looks like I'm going mad. Oh, come on. I saw many lunatics in my father's clinic, and you don't look like any of them. Oh, what a nice guy, yep. He smiled. In that moment, my heart was high again. In Tomio's company, I always felt calm and comfortable. Sculp's like, it's Potato, he's hot. Well, I see nightmares, and they're getting worse. Nightmares? What exactly are they about? Well, they're about different guys. All this started after one occasional acquaintance in the park. That day I dozed off on a bench because I hadn't slept well the previous night. It had been another dream about the fire. Oh dear, your past doesn't let you go, even after so many years. My father told me that overcoming the loss was a very difficult task for you, and you needed a few months of therapy to bounce back. Yes, my aunt mentioned this a few times as well. I guess I have forgotten most of my childhood because of this event. Now, I don't even remember, guys, because it happened right at the start. It said that she lost both of her parents in a fire. Was that right? I know it started off saying she lost both of her parents, her mom and her dad, as a kid. And I guess it was a fire. Okay. That's why she's having nightmares about the fire, I guess. You don't have to guess. I'm sure you're right. It was a very hard experience for you, and your brain chose this way to protect you. Izanami, don't you want to walk a little and tell me about your dreams in more detail? I don't want to take too much of your time. Or yes, of course. I think her reaction is, I think she needs somebody to talk to, guys, so I think her natural reaction is going to be, yeah, of course. And I mean, this is the only guy she's trusted in after all these nights. Yeah, I think she's going to want to talk. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. I need to tell you so many things. We walked in the park and Tomio asked me about my dreams. Tell me about the guys from your nightmares. What exactly do they do? Sculf is like, I don't know, but he has nice cheekbones. Well, usually they make me suffer and watch me suffering. Oh dear. And how does it happen? For example, Yuki, he erased my memories and then found pleasure in my helplessness. He tried to rape me. Or Sadio, the guy put a collar on my neck, called me his toy, threatened to kill me, then almost smothered me, and he pushed me into the abyss. He transferred me into a creepy labyrinth, which had neither a beginning or an end, like an endless labyrinth. Sadio and Yuki seem like real sadists. Sadists? Did they enjoy watching you suffering? They did. And did you enjoy this? Even the teeniest little bit? Of course not. What are you talking about? Well, that's good. I started to think you were turning into a masochist. Me? No. I don't understand how people can enjoy pain and humiliation. Izanami, I'm sure you have no idea what things sometimes excite people. All shocking events imprint on one's mind. The sexual instincts is one of the brain's basic instincts, and that's why the strongest emotions are often associated with it. A couple hours went too quickly. I told Tomio more and more details about what had happened to me. Uh-oh. Suddenly, everything plunged into darkness in front of my eyes. Oh no. Vanessa called it? Yeah, she did. I felt pressing emptiness all around, and I realized where I had seen this place before. It's the beach from my dreams, but now it looks totally different. Wait. How could I possibly see it before I saw it in my dream for the first time? Just another mystery. Tomio's voice returned me to my senses. Huh. Izanami, are you okay? Huh? We walked, but you suddenly stopped and fell silent in the middle of the sentence. Did I? I'm sorry, I was just thinking. So, Tomio, what do you think about my dreams? Well, on the one hand, it looks like hyperexcitability. In this case, you may find tranquilizers or sleeping pills quite helpful. On the other hand, maybe there's more to it than that. Maybe these are signs signaling of some kind of mental disorder. Oh man. schizophrenia, for example. And finally, maybe this other world you travel to is actually real. Are you serious? Yes, of course I am. You know, I've always believed in such things. And being into medical practice, I realize that our world isn't that simple as we think. And what should I do? Tomio came to the tree and leaned against it. To begin with, you'd better calm down and stop getting all worked up about it. Don't meet with those guys again. Looks like communication with them launches a program in your mind, and that becomes the source of your nightmares. I'll ask my father to prescribe you some tranquilizers that should help, and if they don't, then you should enter the clinic for a checkup. Is this all serious? Well, I wouldn't say so. It's just, I worry about you. I smiled. Tomio's always produced a good influence on me. I could see he was trying to take care of me. We talked a bit more, recollecting some things from the past, and then waved off. He wanted to walk me home, but I rejected his offer. When I came close to my house, somebody grabbed my hand and pulled me into the dark back street. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sadio. Sadio! Oh no! I wanted to scream, but he suddenly said, "Be quiet. Don't scream. I want to talk to you." Huh? And apologize for what I did. What? Apologize? I don't believe it. I was wrong. I shouldn't have frightened you like that. In fact, I liked you straight away. But it isn't easy for me to express my feelings. Yes, I'm a fool. Please forgive me for that. He smiled, and I gaped in amazement. I'd like to be your friend. I didn't know what to say. It was just all so strange. You don't have to answer right now. You may think about it for a while if you want. By the way, I also apologized to that girl. Oh, the one that he made cry. So, will you forgive me? I'm going to think about this one. I'm not going to just forgive him. I need to think about it. You scared me so much last time. I can't forgive you straight away. Alright, I see. But let's get acquainted. My name is Sadio. What's yours? His name jarred my ear. That horrible guy from my dream pronounced exactly the same. But how could it be? Was I really going mad? Hey, are you okay? You look surprised. I'm sorry. So he doesn't know in the real world here on Earth. He doesn't know what he did to her in her mid-world, it seems. So she knows him way better than he even knows himself, it sounds like. I'm sorry. It's just something strange has been going on with me the last few days. One more time? What was your name? Sadio. My name's Izanami. Glad to meet you. Glad to meet you too. My house was very close, so it took us 2 minutes to get there. Us? I came in and leaned against the wall. What was that? I don't believe that people can change so quickly, but Sadio was surprisingly nice. I had never seen him behave like this. And his name, okay, I should calm down and find some rational explanation. Maybe I heard somebody call him that name at the university. I couldn't remember it, and subconsciously apply his name to the name in my dream. Yes, I guess it makes sense. Tomio's right. I should stop getting worked up. Logic explains everything. I'm so happy I finally met my friend. Our communication settles my mind. Well, Tomio also told her to quit seeing these guys. At night, I read my favorite book in bed and fell asleep, still holding it in my hands. I felt falling into nowhere. Sharp pain returned me to my senses. My left cheek burnt as if somebody had slapped me. Oh, finally, I started to think you're dead and my game's over. I'm glad that isn't so. Uh-oh. I opened my eyes and could hardly focus them on Sadio. He sat in front of me. Oh, he has the chain in her, the collar around her neck again. Looks like I fastened the collar way too tight. Here, let me take it off for a while and give you some rest on your neck. He took the collar off and I felt a bit better, though it was still difficult to breathe. So, are you ready to entertain me once more, toy? Oh boy. I was slowly realizing where I was. A basement? Why did I appear here, not on the beach? And Sadio's talk makes sense only if I've been here for a while already. Just blacked out for a minute. Hey, I'm talking to you. You could at least nod or shake your head. The guy didn't want to wait for my answer. He came close to me and lifted me up easy. Where's he carrying me? I tried to struggle, but I couldn't move, as if I had lost control over my body. Uh-oh. All of a sudden, I found myself flying. All of a sudden, I found myself flying. Sadio had thrown me onto a bed. Before I knew where I was, he was bent over me, grabbed my wrists, and took my hands up. Asanami, this time I've got a special something for you. Do you want to know what it is exactly? Oh, wow. Look, it looks like her legs are spread, too. I tried to answer, but I lost my voice. Sadio frightened me so much I couldn't talk in his presence. Again, he has the red eyes. He carried you on his left shoulder and threw you on a meat hook, AJ says. Yeah, it'd probably be best. At this, a knife. Oh man, he wanted to know what he was going to show her something special? A knife? At this, a knife flashed in front of my eyes, the blade reflecting the dim lamplight. This brought me back to my senses and I began to twitch, trying to get out. But Sadio pressed my hands against the bed so that I couldn't move. Don't wriggle. Or do you want me to cut your tender little throat? Oh, damn. He smiled, looking into my eyes, whitened in horror. No, I've changed my mind. We could do something more interesting instead. I see that you're a very shy girl, but I'll help you overcome your shyness. Uh-oh. I tried to pull myself together and remembered that I could return home at any moment, but unfortunately a few attempts to return weren't successful. Why doesn't my talent work here? Silly girl, doing it again? Just understand, you can't get out from here. Last time I let you go back. If I want, you'll stay here forever. So you'd better get used to the fact that I own you. I couldn't believe what I just heard. Did he really return me home last time? He threw the knife away and grabbed my hands again. What should I do? Try to tear out the knife? It just said he threw his knife away. Or surrender? I think we're going to fight, guys. We're definitely going to fight this. We're not going to surrender. I realized it was a perfect moment to get out of his hands and take control of his weapon. I made a jerk, and at that very moment Sadio pushed me against the bed. He squeezed my throat painfully. I'm gonna escape? You think you can? What a naughty toy. The guy squeezed his fingers on my neck tighter and tighter, so that I couldn't breathe and my consciousness faded away. But then I almost plunged into non-existence. Sadio took his hands away and slapped me in the face with all his strength. Ouch! That's for disobedience. Tears ran down my cheeks. That has to hurt. That has to hurt, guys, to have a guy slap you with all of his strength. Yeah, I think that would leave a mark. And I can see why she's crying. That very moment, Sadio took the knife and cut my dress open in one stroke. He smiled, took it off in a jerk, and threw it away, and my breasts were naked. Alright guys, before we get any further, I know this has already been a mature rating. Again guys, before we actually see the next image, if we see an image, I want you guys to know if you are under the age of 17, make sure that you probably want to turn this off. But if you do continue, make sure you have mom or dad's permission to watch something of a nature like this. So, I felt shame. My cheeks blushed. Oh, still shy. So funny. That was the limit. I harnessed my willpower and made up my mind for action. I hit him in the nuts with my knee as hard as I could. He staggered back. I got out and ran to the door. Damn it, it's locked. The key is on his neck. What should I do now? I backed away into the hall. Sadio took the chair and sat down in front of me. You shouldn't have done so. First, that slap. Now, this pathetic attempt to run away. Hasn't life already taught you this lesson? Or maybe you aren't afraid of death. Damn it. You see, it's me who you ought to be afraid of. To be more precise, it's what I can do to you. I flattened myself against the wall after these words. Although he spoke in a quiet voice, I could see the fire of rage burning in his eyes. Looked like I had success in driving him mad. I'll prepare a special punishment for you, but don't worry, I won't hurt your soft, fragile body, only your mind. By the way, your body is perfect, indeed, and the collar looks very good on you. The collar? But he took it off. I touched my neck and shivered. Something squeezed it again. But how? He's been on the chair this whole time. How could he have possibly put this thing on me again? Surprised? But this is only the beginning. I don't have to touch you when I want to do something to you. You're just a human, and you don't know the laws of the midworld. And take your hands away from your breast. I want to enjoy the look of your naked body. Sadio snapped his fingers, and my hands dropped lifelessly. At the same time, the collar seemed to squeeze my throat tighter. He stood up and came close to me. So, how do you feel, standing naked in front of me, not able to do anything at all? You feel you're going to black out soon, don't you? I clutched the collar and tried to find the snap, but my strength gave out with every second, and my eyes dimmed. My ears dinged. I slid to the floor and I blacked out. I opened my eyes and touched my neck. Nothing. But I could still feel the pressure, and it was still difficult to breathe, as if the collar was still squeezing my throat. Tears ran down my cheeks. When will I finally sleep well, without these terrible dreams? Enough is enough. After a while, I calmed down and almost fell asleep when somebody touched me. I sat abruptly, looked around, but nobody was there. It seems I've started to see dreams being awake. Wow. I lay down again, tucking myself into the blanket from head to toes, closed my eyes and tried to relax, but somebody said, "Are you afraid? Maybe I should frighten you even more." My heart pounded. It was Sadio's voice, but how could it be? It couldn't be happening in that reality. It couldn't be happening in the reality. I squeezed my eyes shut and felt somebody's hand moving over my body. Oh wow. I threw the blanket away and saw Sadio right in front of myself, and he was looking right at me. I wanted to run away, but he pressed me against the bed, His fingers squeezed my neck again. This time it seemed Sadio wasn't going to stop. Did he really want to kill me? Breathe. I need to make a breath. Time seemed to have stopped. I felt I couldn't breathe. But I was conscious. Through the veil, thickening around me, I heard, "Do you know what I'm going to do Do you know what I'm going to do to you right now? I'm going to rape you, and then I'm going to kill you. And then I'll revive you, and I'll do it all over again." Oh shit. You'll die one time after another, and suffer in pain. I will make a personal hell for you, from which you'll never escape, and nobody will save you. After these words, everything plunged into darkness. It seems to me that I was falling. Something horrible was penetrating into me. All-absorbing nothingness, chaos, and tranquility melt together. They were all around. The darkness gained form and was becoming an ever-growing part of my inner essence. It was a creepy feeling, as if my soul was being taken out, as if I was being operated without anesthesia, and the operation stretched itself into the infinity of times. I couldn't change anything, and all I could do, surrender to the darkness, and go through these tortures again and again. So, I think that he's raping her. Painfully. That's what it sounds like. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but it sounds like she's being forcibly raped and probably in so much pain and probably like blacking out a lot of it. Like her mind's probably blacking out a lot of what she's witnessing, and that's probably why she sees what she sees. I don't know. When I opened my eyes, I saw my room, and Sadio was no longer there. I reached out for the bedside cabinet, my hand shaking. I grabbed a few tranquilizing pills and took them all at once. Almost immediately, I felt very sleepy and plunged into a non-existence. This time, I didn't see any dreams. The next day, I stayed at home, too frightened to go out. Somebody called me, but I didn't answer the phone. I was overwhelmed by hopelessness and despair. I didn't know what I should do. Wow. Wow, guys. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. So it sounds like she has been raped, plus 14. Chapter 6 is finished. All right, guys. With that, we are going to go ahead and save this here, guys. Yes, we're going to replace that save. Guys, I want to go ahead and thank you for being here. I mean, it's a pretty interesting novel. I will give it that. But at this point, you know, I really honestly don't know how much of this kind of stuff is allowed on YouTube. I've never watched anything like this, as far as like bare nudity. I know that these novels are popular and stuff like that, but we'll find out, guys. And if you guys are interested in the end of the story, you guys can always go buy the game on the store. It is under $5 right now on sale. I just got a new subscriber. I want to go and thank the new subscriber for subscribing. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed tonight's content. Hopefully nobody gets caught or busted by their parents if they are under the age of 17. I know we have a few teenagers in here, but I'm really hoping that I don't have any like 9-year-olds watching this. Anyway, guys, what do you think? What do you think of her? Basically, it sounds like she was raped in her dreams by this Sadio guy. And then she wakes up as if nothing happened. But I mean, I think that's the feeling a woman would get, like if she really was raped in real life. I think she wouldn't even be able to go to work. She would just stay home, lay in bed all day, and be depressed as hell. And that's exactly what we saw at the very end of chapter 6 there, was she was just completely miserable about what happened to her in her sleep. So it sounds like she was raped, if not physically, definitely emotionally. So pretty serious in nature, kind of a visual novel here. It does deal with rape. It does deal with sexual content for sure. Maybe a little more so than even I was expecting. So guys, thanks so much for watching my live stream Under the Moonshine. Even if I wanted to finish this tonight, guys, I can't read for four straight hours or more. It looks like it's going to be a 4-hour novel, with me reading it. Obviously, something you could probably read faster yourself. If someone was to buy this and just play it by themselves, probably go a little bit quicker. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks so much for watching my live stream Under the Moonshine number 174. I'll be back tomorrow, guys, probably with more Dead by Daylight tomorrow afternoon or evening sometime. See you guys soon. Thanks for watching, everybody. Is the name of the game called... No, that's the title of my live stream that I do at night, Rose. The name of the novel is Theory of Fear, I do believe. Yeah, Theory of Fear. And the link to that visual novel is right in the description, right under the video. So if you click on that, it should take you right to the Steam store. Guys, thanks so much for being here. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Hopefully you guys have a good night or day, whatever time it is in your part of the world. This has been Sax through 99.